expectation that audiences will only be passive spectators has certainly changed with the rise of digital and social media. In The People Formerly Known as the Audience, NYU journalism professor Jay Rosen presents a manifesto in which those who had once been excluded from participation by a system based on one-to-many broadcasting or publication, high entry fees, and relatively little competition are demanding that their voices be heard. Rosen argues that the former highly centralized media system had connected people up to big social agencies and centers of power, but not across to each other. Now the horizontal flow, citizen to citizen, is as real and consequential as the vertical one, Rosen argues. He explains why audiences resent being thought of as only eyeballs, and declares at the end that, quote, the people formerly known as the audience are now simply the public, made realer, less fictional, more able, less predictable. This idea that we are engaging with publics, not merely speaking to audiences, is a central idea in this course. Another reading for this unit, Chris Anderson's The Long Tail, puts an economic spin on how questions of audiences are changing. He argues that far too often people focus on popularity and mass market appeal in a world in which bestsellers and blockbusters get most of the attention, which is foolish because profits often emerge from products that sell consistently over time to a variety of smaller or niche audiences that represent a new kind of consumer loyalty. Anderson argues that this long tail represents just as much value as the short head that often gets attention. Sometimes thinking about the long tail is described as narrowcasting, as opposed to conventional broadcasting efforts.